Well, we're from Colburn, which
Yes.
is a small town.
A lot different than the big city, that's for sure.
And you guys out there probably know Colburn from before us even. You probably know Colburn from the yo-yo
From the
thing.
whole yo-yo thing. Mm-hmm.
Several years back, Colburn made the world's biggest yo-yo. It's about the size of a small house or a garage maybe. And they hung it from a crane, dropped it about 100 feet, and sure enough, it came right back up like a yo-yo.
Yeah.
World record right there. And then the mayor decided that he got a little greedy, decided he wanted to hold the record for the world's largest Yo-Mega Fireball yo-yo as well.
Yep.
So they lit it on fire, and that led to some problems because, unfortunately, the heat from the fire melted the bearings right off of that thing.
And that's like one of those things where you remember where you were when you heard the news. I remember I was at my friend Ashley's house, and we were playing Duncan, her younger brother Duncan. We would try to dunk him into the basketball hoop, and her dad comes running out, and usually he would yell at us for dunking her little brother, but he doesn't seem to skip. He just runs across, and he's like, "It's going down Main Street." And Ashley lived fairly close to me, just a couple blocks away, and I don't know if you can imagine a giant flaming yo-yo the size of a house or a small garage rolling down Main Street. But a lot of people got the dog walked on them that day. And
that is where the phrase, for screwing up,
the common phrase,
sending the yo-yo down Main Street came from.
Exactly.
That's really Colburn's mark.
Colburn's kind of gift
to the world, that phrase.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of Colburn history, but the Sound Express actually got started when we actually left Colburn.
Yeah.
We got into college.
Yeah, went to the big city. Went to BCU.
Yep, big city university, and I remember when we first got there, we got really into candy. I remember specifically the candy necklaces,
year,
you and me.
Semester.
Yeah.
We did gain the freshman 15, 15 new close friends.
Yep, cherish each and every one of them.
Mm-hmm. Good experience all around.
Yeah, so we ended up moving into the dorms, and we had a third roommate. We'll call him Stephen A. And so Stephen A, great guy, but just prime bully material. And I gotta backtrack it. Me and Matt, we were like legendary bullies back in Colburn. So it was and Steve was the odd man out.
We once replaced his pillow inside the case
I'll never forget,
with a hornet's nest, and he laid right down on that sucker one night.
Yeah. And I remember we had the with the mouse, right? He had a whole bunch of work to do, and he was stressing out. And I remember I taped the laser of the mouse, so he got back to his desk and he sat down, and it was
he didn't get any work done for about 15 seconds.
Yeah, it was like a solid 10, maybe 15 seconds of just pure confusion.
He's doing that thing where you
rub it around, and he's looking around
right as fast as
so
you can.
I mean, it was just a blast. Not so much for Stephen.
No.
We actually ended up having an intervention of sorts.
It's a whole big thing.
He contacted the school's guidance counselor about us. What was his name? I remember his
Will Schmidt.
Will Schmidt. That's right.
Yeah, I actually ran into Will a couple of weeks back.
No
He's
kidding.
Actually, believe it or not, he's the principal at Colburn High now.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I did hear about that.
It's his first year. Fresh-faced guy, rookie year, so they're calling him the fresh principal, Will Schmidt.
Good for him. Yeah, I hope he's enjoying it out there. But at the time, we were very concerned. We were just, it was just we weren't used to this, and he sat us down, and he. I remember Will Schmidt actually ended up bringing in
the jazz teacher.
The jazz teacher, yeah.
Jeff Edelbaum.
Jeff, yeah, we called him Jazz Jeffrey. And so we had Will Schmidt and Jazz Jeffrey sitting there, and they looked at us and they were like, "You can't keep bullying this kid. You got to find an outlet."
And that outlet ended up being our first EP, Songs for Tonight.